You have to make a choice. Either you're going to resort back to your old place and remain comfortable and miss the opportunity, or you're going to have to want it bad enough to get out of your comfort zone.
There's been many days where I didn't want to work out. I just didn't feel like I had the energy, and I just forced myself. And I think there's very few people out there that know how to force themselves.
It's you. You're going to determine the outcome of your life. You're going to determine whether or not your life is exciting or whether or not it's boring.
Right then, right now. Don't give in. Don't be like everybody else. Don't give up. Don't settle because things are hard.
You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way.
And sometimes you cry. Life's going to happen to you when you have a dream. You're going to get slapped around. And don't take it personal. Don't ask, why did this have to happen to me? It's called life. Suck it up and move on. Get over it.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I am.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you're thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, who are they? When they tell you you're not gonna make it, don't believe them, man. Don't believe them. You got to be relentless.
If you do the work consistently, if you invest in yourself consistently, 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. And 10 years of motherfucking work is going to pay off. You can do this.
You've got to remind yourself,
I know I got what it takes to do this.
and it's necessary that you go at it with everything in you, pulling deep down within, challenging yourself.
The reason you don't have the skills is because you didn't put in the 20 years. You didn't make the day-to-day decisions. You didn't do the things that needed to be done when you didn't feel like doing them. You didn't practice when you needed to practice. Instead, you chose the easier routes. And that's the difference. That's the difference between people who do things and people who talk about doing things.
I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm gonna grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press forward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim.
There are moments that try the human soul so violently, so perplexing, that if the truth were told, all of us have had moments that we wanted to throw up our hands and walk away.
Do push-ups and give us a good, swift kick in the ass when we slack off. What we have to do is we have to be our own sergeant, to hold the highest standards and allow no slacking.
It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. You think you become a champion on the field. You don't. You become a champion when ain't nobody watching you. You're doing your own drills and your own way. You're doing what coach tell you to do, and you're doing your own stuff. You become a champion in the dark when ain't nobody looking. You don't become no champion when you put no doggone helmet on. You become a champion the way you eat. You become a champion the way you think. You become a champion in your grind. When nobody knows what you're doing, when you put in those extra reps, everybody want to be a beast. Everybody got tattoos of lions. But when it's time to practice, you ain't on beast mode. You always want to blame other people. You want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? And you need to get rid of them excuses. You need to stop pointing fingers at people. And you need to start pointing fingers at yourself. What did you not do? And you keep saying you're not there because of something else, because it's easier to blame somebody else. All you got to do is look in the mirror. All you got to do is deal with yourself, and then we're going to get to a whole other level.